With so many affordable home internet packages from Telkom, connectivity has become part of our daily lives and also our children's. This morning we chat to creative parenting expert Nikki Bush and co-author of the new book Tech Savvy Parenting about what we can do to ensure that our kids don't fall into some common traps online. Nikki, lovely to see you again. Look, if I didn't know any better, I thought we were going to head down to the beach.
Well, I think the internet is a fun place to be, and it is a little bit like the beach. You know, the sea is a great place if you know how to swim, but it's very dangerous if you don't.
Dangerous indeed. Let's talk about your book, Tech Savvy Parenting. It's been so well received. I think parents out there are hungry for knowledge when it comes to online, what our children are doing online. In a nutshell, what is the book about?
Essentially, Ewan, it's about helping your children to become healthy digital citizens who can make great choices online. And that means that parents need perspective and they need the context against which to help their children make those choices. So slapping a child with rules and regulations doesn't work anymore. We have to provide guidelines and have agreements with children, but parents need to understand the why. And as I said, the internet can be a great place. It's got a good side, it's got a bad side, but it's about what our children do on it that makes it good or bad, because the internet itself is actually neutral.
Indeed, and it's up to us parents to constantly educate us because it is growing. And even as a new parent, you know, I feel I need to reach for this book because there's so many new technologies out there coming out. So let's talk about those common traps that our children can fall into. What are they?
Well, when we talk about teenagers, they're in a very emotional stage of life. They're in flux and change. They have highs, they have lows. It's a bit of an emotional roller coaster. And what they have to guard against is venting online. So when they're in a very emotional space, they're not thinking properly. They're not thinking clearly. And they can air their dirty laundry online. They can moan and complain about people. If they're feeling disempowered, they can become cyberbullies, because if you want to feel better, you might want to make somebody else feel worse than you feel. So they can fall into those traps of really speaking before they think, obviously through text. Yeah. And there are no filters between them and the world, and sometimes they need to actually step back and count to 10 before they press the send button. Because what happens the minute they press send is that they actually lose control of the message.
It's out there.
It's out there.
It's out there. Now, this brings me to this ball. How does this fit into the context of what we're talking about this morning?
Okay, so if you're on social media, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, this is your message.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I want you to tap it up and down. Now, you're the only person, you haven't sent it out yet. So you're in full control of this message. Right. Now, you send it on. So you send it to me and we start doing this, and then you know what happens. Now, it's not just me. Now, I send it on to my friends.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so now I have 350 friends, and I send your message on or your picture on, and now you decide that wasn't a very flattering picture of yourself. It put you in a bad light. You want to take your message back? Sorry, boy. It's gone.
It's mine now, yeah.
And now imagine this ball, and I did this with 350 kids in a school yesterday. I took the guy who had 500 friends on Facebook, and I told him to hit his message into a sea of 350 kids, and I told him to go fetch it. He couldn't get it because they were hitting the ball to each other, and he couldn't retrieve his message. Now, that is what happens when a message goes viral.
That is such an interesting example. The way you put it, I mean, that message will just keep spreading, spreading, spreading.
And absolutely. And the thing that children really don't know, and they're most shocked at, and even the biggest jollers, they were the ones who came up to me afterwards and said, Nikki, we didn't know that the internet remembers everything.
Yeah, you see.
They're shocked, and that we didn't know we lost so much control of the message. So it's really important that kids understand the minute they press send, it's gone.
Yeah. So basically, to wrap it up, whenever it comes to the internet, what would be your top tip? Because I can imagine when it comes to the internet, especially when teenagers are using it, keep it as positive as possible.
If what you're going to send out doesn't put you in a good light and doesn't put your friends in a good light, don't send it. It's just like a rule of thumb. Would you actually want somebody to send a message like that about you?
Oh, not at all.
Yeah, exactly. So almost put yourself in that person's shoes, because it can happen to you. Yeah. And if you're doing it to somebody else, it'll come back to you, no doubt, at some point in time. So be nice on the internet.
Become responsible internet citizens. I like that.
Absolutely, because remember that anybody who's going to employ you one day, give you a bursary one day, give you a position in a tertiary education institution, is going to look at your profile. And they'll pick up whether you're naughty or nice online.
So basically, keep it clean when it comes to the internet. But if you would like to win a signed copy of Nikki Bush's Tech-Savvy Parenting, all you need to do is SMS the keyword Telkom, your name and city to 33728. It's a fantastic book. It can really help all of the parents out there. And also, if you would like to get internet set up in your home, Telkom is ideally suited to offer broadband and internet services to cater for your needs. You can visit one of their stores, call 10213, or you can log onto their website, www.telkom.co.za for more info.
Turn your house into a connected home for only $3.99 per month. From SA's best fixed and mobile broadband network, call 10213 or go to a Telkom shop.